去罗马浴场找探长。去罗马浴场找探长。
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes.
橘子安
The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn.
橘子还
I think the
有
plump one,
让
Garrow,
我开一
did
下
it.
下，大概
He
1个
doesn't
小时
seem right
左
in
右
the
吧
head.。
Well, we shall see. You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All 3 witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see.
这个是警长，
Was there anyone
这个
else
就
here,
是
apart from those
福
gentlemen
尔
in the
摩
steam
斯
room?。
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
找到杀死罗德尼先生并且消失的凶器。哦，先找凶器是吧？
Any progress, Mr. Holmes?
What should we do next, Holmes?
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
哇，他讲好多哦。听了前面忘了后面，听了后面忘了前面。小猫安安啊，小猫晚上好。凶器我没有凶器呀，我怎么可能有凶器呢？对不对？抓到第2次。
Did you
谢谢
receive
小猫
any
过来
other
看
visitors
台。
this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
有买这款玩到火车，火车就是第二关嘛，不见得火车那一关嘛。那边还蛮前面的耶。我也是刚玩第2关，然后我这关是第3关。 为什么只玩到第2关啊？是刚玩吗？还是已经很久没玩？哦，游戏混着玩，有些混着玩的都不知道什么时候才能玩到最后，真的。对啊，他每张剧情没有连贯，没差。
These baths are becoming sinister.
Are the steam rooms on the other side, Mr. Holmes?
蒸汽室，华生，我们去蒸汽室一下，做个桑拿。咦，这没办法进去吗？这是正门。哦，桑拿室。我怎么都看不懂，就是看一些线索，看一些线索之类
Expensive
的。
clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room. An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
哦，我也有买，
An
可是我
ice
还没玩。
bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
买了还没玩，特价的时候买的。他明年还会再推出新的。
Unopened, it was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session. Champagne for a special occasion. Clothes belonging to one of the suspects. These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room.
Are the steam rooms on the other side, Mr. Holmes?
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Are the steam rooms on the other side, Mr. Holmes?
已经调查完了。哦，这2款系统是一样的，那就好。
There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any
他都
attention.
一问三不知
Do you
哎。
believe that it's important?
这样就想糊弄过去哦。我有没有找到什么特别的线索？ 晨间电报。有人要在那边开趴是吗？凶器。那间房间里面应该有些什么东西，再去看一次。
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
对啊，就对话加找线索。这边还有一个门，刚才没有注意到。哦，我看到啊吼。这些人都怎么了？
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
用第三人称会晕啊？那我也来用，这样子小猫就不会晕了。
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
这些血太多了。
The wound. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
Well, death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago. Well, death is very...
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed... I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal
操控会
lighting.
感觉怪怪的。
Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry. Or he is an artist. Or a ghost. Or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
密室杀人案吗？
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street. This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
don't have many leads here.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
这么暗，我根本看不清楚啊！这边的线索怎么一直没抓到？
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
“就是个蒸汽开关。他要告诉我就这件事而已吗？想想。目镜嘿，目镜，啥人的目镜？
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. One lens is cracked. One lens. These lenses are for myopia. The way. The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. It is too hot. I cannot reach into it. I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
感觉凶器在这里哦。
It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
很多人物的本体就是眼
I'm in
睛。
shock. I don't want to talk.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
为什么这些人的腰都这么的低呀？你看，他们的身体都好长哦。没事，这不是重点。
Mr. Holmes?
凶器应该是在那个火盆那边。
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared, but I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
餐间地方。我选错了。
Did you leave the baths at any time or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see.
这款比较友善吗？女儿的那款就会选错，就会没办法再选了。
All these events are bad for the baths. And my job.
要先回去用这些东西。先回去。设置焦点。哦，这样转。
Selenite. Selenite. White clay particles. Selenite. Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to. The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St. Albans. Let us analyze this blood sample. This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide.
过氧化氢啊。
I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide.
哦，滴管。滴管拿到了，拿到了，谢谢小猫。
Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water. My analysis takes.
嗯，我们来看看。有水，为什么血里面会有水啊？就是边喝水的时候边流血，是这样吗？跟他聊聊好了。
These baths are becoming.
Mr. Holmes?
补充水分，好的好的，喝水喝水。多喝几杯就会有，所以他是。
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room.
所以其实是跟这瓶香槟的冰块有关系。算了，好像也不是。
Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men.
Mr. Holmes?
看他们。
If you have to interrogate me, I'd like to be dressed properly first.
I can't understand what happened. Am I allowed to leave?
I found him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
啊，应该要拿一个道具了。这边有类似作案工具的东西。这个眼镜是怎么一回事啊？ 这眼睛是谁的？我来看看。
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
这里好难哦。找一个可以挖东西的、夹东西的、耐热的东西过去。
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there.
Please wait.
还有一件事可以做。
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the...
None, Lestrade.
正常视线一遍，然后再那个按 T 一遍。那这个游戏其实也还蛮有佛心的，就是当线索出现在附近的时候，它就开始会提示你。不过，如果要找到齐全的线索的话，那就真的要靠自己。
When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself. A phial with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's wort flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia. However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
这个有在嗑药。加罗在嗑药。
An embroidered silk handkerchief. A fountain pen with solid gold trim. Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card. An ordinary pencil. This ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed it before entering the steam room. An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel. An Egyptian symbol. I see the join. This ring was repaired, and quite badly too, with silver.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very pertinent question. A hand-drawn map.
哦，魔鬼的是没提示的，好险我先玩这个了。
An old and rather dirty coin. Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. It may contain something of interest. The last pages were torn out. We must find a way. To begin with, a few strokes of the pencil will be enough. I don't want to damage the traces.
呀，好难画，怎么那么难画？我差点就找到，马上就要名垂青史了。今天。
And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief.
Oh.
Mr. Holmes, the coroner had... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Well...
完全记不住，太多人了，太多嫌疑人了。
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
What is your occupation?
I am a counsellor at the district chamber.
What were you doing at the baths?
Well, I follow the researches. I'm
Shall we-
interested
shall we,
in
Yang An?
archaeology.
You follow them.
晚上好，晚上好。
So many things happened, and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant
你
nothing
才
by
脸
that.
圆
I
啦
apologise.
你全家都脸圆。
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, but then you know this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you, and he trusted me. But
Are you feeling unwell?
I'm sorry. It is I remember. I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear. No, nothing. I'm better now.
啊，
His ring. Oh, it should be destroyed.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. I shouldn't have worked.
Please try to recall.
The room was so hot. I had to remove my glasses.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape.
Saw the knife. What?
Everything was as if in a...
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behaviour?
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. Last Thursday, for example, I saw him leave. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins.
古老硬币。
This is the coin that he showed me. It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it. Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
Garrow appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that or he is a good actor. Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I ask?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is Percival Blinkhorn.
What is your occupation?
I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration and exhibition.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
没有先观察再问话，可以到最后再观察。
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man. No. But he was talented. I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was a cold man, and so very secretive too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
哦，先观察会有特殊对话。
Can you tell me what you saw today?
Well, we entered the steam room and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other. I was very alarmed by this point.
What did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
Oh, no. Garrow couldn't harm a fly.
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was to attend the London Archaeological Congress with me. Then he advised me of quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
Do you recognize this ring?
Certainly. It's the famous Aswan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back from his last campaign in Egypt.
And he kept it for himself?
Sir Rodney has had...
What can you tell me?
Well, he always looks so sad. And he has been acting strangely lately. I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
How well were your researches progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
他在说话。
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder that took place this morning. Would you mind answering a few questions?
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
他看起来就一脸杀气腾腾哎，怎么可以杀气这么重啊？
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes, I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
We were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament, suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped...
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. But then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No, but I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
Did you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
都没有人承认那瓶香槟是他们带的。嘿嘿，嗯。不对，香槟，不对，没关系吧？对啊，没关系啊，奇怪。 对，硬 A。可以调查尸体是吧？
A glass plate negative is missing. Glass plate negatives, a remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations. It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue. A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it? Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them. Tools used by archaeologists in their research. Tools used. I will need these tongs.
哦，我知道要拿来干嘛了。走吧。
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous.
这边有小偷，
Fortunately, I am unscathed.
偷走一把钳子
To。where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement. Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
Have you found something interesting?
这边还不要让我们过去就对了。冷 冻室。
Frigidarium.
这是离开的。这个了，这个了。
The steam room. The changing room. I should analyze this melted metal.
加麻薯。他的尸体要去警察局吗？还是去警察局？
This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver. I must take a pipette and place several drops of acid upon the samples. The reaction is the same red stain. It is silver, Britannia silver quality.
According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian tombs. According to the coroner, there were no cardiac... The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker. An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife.
some light bruising caused by a rope. The bruising is in lines. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere.
不是，这不是解剖的游戏。可以来编排一下了。用硬 A 的。手机看台会看不清楚啊。看来还有很多东西要找欸，现在有点想睡觉了。
Locked.
我来看看。
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. We discovered some melted silver.
No. Silver?
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. We discovered some melted...
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Some melted silver was found inside the...
Silver? No.
好啦，我先玩到这边了，剩下的就明天再玩吧。谢谢你们，小猫拜拜，小 V 拜拜，橘子应该睡着了，橘子拜拜，马吉拜拜，还有其他有来看我的人都拜拜。有谁？画虾，我要揪团咯。看一下现在有谁可以揪的。晚安，那么就给虎喵好了。虎喵就玩原神，哦，他现在在玩 iPad。走喽。虎喵很搞笑。他是板桥赤楚卫二，
是吗？为什么？啊？
他刚刚是跟